Okay, so just moved into the front plane view as we were looking at the end of the last video. Now we're concentrating on the rib. So we've already gone into the sketch tool, we've got the line tool. Now because we're trying to rib between two cylinders, we've actually got to overlap this slightly, otherwise we'd end up with a gap in between the rounded surfaces here and the straight edge of the rib. So I'm just going to snap not too far along, but to the top edge of the first cylinder and then to the corner, diagonally up to the next corner, and then again slightly in. Okay, so just 3 lines. Exit the sketch, go into the Features tab and choose the Rib tool. It's asking us on the left, what do we want to apply the rib to? So we just click on the sketch. Now you can see here this little grey arrow has appeared. Make sure that is pointing the main body of the model. If it's pointing away, then you just click it to flip it over. It would fail if the arrow is pointing away from the model. Okay, I'll just spin this round so we can see what's going on. Now, again, we've got this 10mm default, which is what the model asks, so that's fine. At the top here, this thickness setting, symmetrical, which again is ideal for what we need, so I'm going to leave it on symmetrical. And that about does it. So fingers crossed, we just green tick, and we get the rib in place. Now to concentrate on the clamp section at the back. Okay, so front plane from our options on the left, extrude tool from the features menu, spacebar, normal to or front view. Okay, let's zoom around a little bit. Now I'm just going to switch the model into wireframe view so I can actually see internal edges. You can see here the dash line for inside. The reason for that is I'm going to just extrude this clamp across the back. Now I don't want it going on the inside of this cylinder. We don't want it visible in there. So I'm going to make sure I don't overlap too far. Alright, first thing to do, circle. Find the center point of this back edge of the model and move away. And for now, we don't need to be too accurate. Get our smart dimension on the 2 circles. The external for this one is marked up as a radius of 15, so 30. And the internal is given as a diameter of 16. Okay. We can use a center line here just to make sure everything stays in place. So I'm going to join the center of the circles to the center point of the back edge of the model. And the measurement for this actually comes from the center of our original cylinder and the center of the circles we've just drawn. Now, nice and easy, we already snapped the model to the point of origin to begin with, so we just select that, select the center of the circles, and apply our dimension of 35. Okay, similar to what we did with the front edge of the model, I'm now just going to use the line tool to create 3 lines, not going beyond this internal line here. Straight down, wait for the snap point. Okay, it looks like it's going to be the same as the origin, so I'll just snap over there. Okay, and then this is all we need to do in the way of the sketch, so we just need to extrude this. So exit the sketch. Selected contours, choose each of the segments. We need to change our blind setting to mid-plane, and we need to set the overall extent to 31. Okay, green tick. And I'm going to switch the model back to the shaded version from the options at the top. Have a little spin round, make sure that you actually went far enough into the model not to have any gaps here, and that you didn't go too far that you can actually see the extrusion internally. Okay, one last thing to do to finish this one off. There's a 5mm slot runs straight down the center of the clamp at the back. To do this, select the top of the model, use the extruded cut tool, spacebar, normal to or top, drop down the rectangle tool and choose center rectangle. And I work from the back of the cylinder here because this rectangle extends symmetrically. Extend it so it's out of the back of the model but not cutting into the front of the model. And the dimension here we only need to worry about, because we've snapped it to center, is the 5mm height. Okay, exit the sketch when that's done. And from our options on the left, we change blind to through all,